What do you do? What it does, good people? Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are good. I'd like to welcome you to another session or YouTube session. So this video, it's one of those videos I'll be uploading on YouTube, and I'm just gonna get straight to it. I don't want to be long on this one. Just want to keep it short. And basically, the topic of this video is the road to profitability, the reasons why you're not profitable as a trader. So there's plenty of things I've been hearing, especially with my students, why they taking, because they all not the same. They have ways they grasp knowledge, and some take longer, some take short. I've had students who take literally 3 to 6 months to grasp everything and start um trading there and then. Some of them turn out to be break-even traders, which is a good sign. I always tell people, if you're a break-even trader, it's a sign that you're going somewhere. Because if you're not a break-even trader, that's where you all start, whereby you start making money, you lose it, but you stop losing more. You go back to your initial amount, then you build it again to a specific target, but you don't reach your target. But it's like a back and forth type of thing. You make money, you lose it. But when you lose, you don't lose your account. You just break even all the time. That's a sign. And it's something you can fix. I know you'd look at I'll be like, some people would look at their results and be like, I had a great week and then this, and blame psychology. No, it's not psychology. So today in this video, it's me trying to rectify all that reasons you're not profitable, and how to fine tune what I'm going to teach you today, what I'm going to tell you to do today in order for you to reach that profitability point. So these are the things that me myself took time to implement, but once I started implementing them, things started changing, guys. So the first misconception people say is psychology. I'm good with trading. I can analyze. I can do this, but my psychology is way off. Like I need to train my psychology. That's lies. So I always tell people it's pure lies. I'm gonna say it. You attack me for saying that, but it's pure lies. Psychology is the last part of trading. Yes, it's important, but it's literally the last part of trading. The reason you always revert to psychology is because you're always doing the same thing over and over again, and all goes back or boils down to you not back testing your strategy. So I've created a step-by-step guide here, which I curated, which is gonna help you literally um get to profitability. So the first place you need to start, you need to define a strategy, right? And a strategy is something we all learn everywhere. YouTube does a thousand of strategies. I dropped the silver bullet strategy video last week, which it's a mechanical process. You can just follow those step-by-step rules I talked about every day. That's a strategy on its own. If you have a mentor who's teaching you a strategy, you can do a copy and paste literally. Or if you're building your own strategy, it's also the same thing. You need to define a strategy. So people always think a strategy is important in trading, but it's really not. It is important, yes. You need to have a strategy and you need to follow it up to the part, right? But it's the first thing you need to define. So first of all, define the strategy or find a mentor. If you're new to trading, find a mentor, teach yourself, understand everything, and then define a strategy, right? Define a strategy. So after defining a strategy, you need to backtest and collect data. This is the most underrated part of trading that people literally overlook. Someone would go learn a strategy from me, they'll test it for 2, 3 trades and be like, yeah, it's working. Or they'll just word of mouth, it works for him. It's probably going to work for me. It doesn't work like that, guys. You need to convince your mind that it works for you. Because let me tell you a funny story. It's actually in this thing is actually in one of these books I'm reading, right? So I'm just gonna be brief about it. So a brain is one vast thing. I'm literally learning about it now, and literally deep diving into it and understanding it. And it's kind of fascinating because apparently you have the conscious and the subconscious mind, right? The conscious mind, it's you right now, me doing this video. I'm conscious about what I'm doing. I have to do. And there's the subconscious mind, which most activities happen when you aren't aware. Like when you're sleeping, you're dreaming, that's your subconscious mind, right? So what's funny is the brain doesn't know between the two which one is your reality, right? Whether your subconscious or your conscious mind is your reality. So it's a funny idiom where so your brain doesn't know that. So in everything you do, you need to prove to it, like convince it. That's how I look at things. You need to convince it. So just because gratitude has a trading strategy that works for him and he's the best trader or one of the biggest trader out there, and he gives me his strategy on a silver platter, it's like, yes, this is how I trade. Doesn't mean it's gonna work for me. You know why? Because your brain hasn't registered or clicked it in that it actually works. You know it works, right? Your brain doesn't know it works. So that's another thing that's always going to derail you into getting to a point of profitability. That's why when you experiencing a 8 day loss streak, you'll just spiral out of control, and there's nothing you can do to stop that. Why? Because your brain is not sure, right? So the only way to do that is you need to backtest. You need to collect data. And once you've gathered up that data, backtested it, seen it happen 1,000 times. Because I'll tell you a story. So me, when I backtested this other strategy I use, which I'm also gonna drop on YouTube for at least 2 years. 2 years. So I got about close to 200 and something trades. 200 to 300 and something trades because I don't trade much. Me, I barely even trade much. So 200 something trades. And in doing so, after gathering that data, I analyzed the data, curated my win rate, and in doing so, I started looking for A setups, even in the winning trades. Like I'd have trades where I see, hey, in this trade, because when you journal, you need to journal your emotions, also everything. So I'll journal all those things. I'm like, yeah, in this trade, I was flipping scared. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But which trade were you confident about? Those things I analyzed. I was confident about this trade. Did it go to take profit? Where did you enter? And I start looking for common things in these trades that I was confident about. Oh, they always had 1, 2, 3. That's me analyzing. So now if I see, okay, every time I'm confident about a trade, it has 1, 2, 3. Every time, even if I lose, I'm not confident, but it still goes to profit. Why wasn't I confident? Why was it lacking? Right? And I start dividing the trades from A setup to B setups. A setups is the ones whereby I know I'm gonna trade this and I'm gonna risk. I'm still gonna use proper risk management, but I'm gonna go all in on this trade, or I'm gonna try to get the best out of this trade, right? Monetary wise, yes. And then B setups are the ones whereby I'll be cautious. If, for example, I'm risking $100 to make a $200, on B setups, I'm gonna risk a $50 to make $100. On A setups, I'm gonna risk $100 to make $200. So that's how now I refine my trading strategy, right? From there on, I started looking at my losses also. What was common with my losses? Why is there too many stuff? Like, why am I losing these trades? Why this? And I start finding patterns in this thing, right? And by doing so, the more data you have, the more it's easier to convince your brain because your brain is actually doing the math. It's the one that's differentiating your A setup, B setups, and all those things. And also, trading, emotions also. There's months whereby when I was backtesting, I was losing every day. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm like, flip, I doubt the strategy even works, right? But that's the point. I stuck through my backtesting, and you'd find even on a bad month, it's either I'm up a little bit. Maybe I'm up $200. If my monthly target's $1,000, I'm up 150 or even $50. Or sometimes if it's very bad, my loss for that month is $100. Like you find I'm in a minus $100. Although I took trades throughout the whole week, I didn't shy away from trades. I didn't, and all those things don't just come easily just by you saying, okay, I know I need to stick. You need to see it first. And where do you see it in backtesting? Because I won't lie, when I was backtesting and I'm seeing like I'm losing trades every day, at some point I'm even lazy to continue with backtesting because I'm like, what's the use? Because the strategy doesn't seem like it's working. I'm losing here. It's not worth it. Those are the emotions you're gonna experience on the live charts. Imagine if you're experiencing them whilst back testing, you're going to experience them as well on the live charts, and which is why it's very important to go through them, flag it out, trade, back test. The more trades you see, a minimum at least have 100 back test worth of trades, right? The more the better. because the data, the higher your accuracy in terms of finding your edge. Like I said, this is what I did. I refined and optimized my strategy, right? After back testing, and mind you, this is a strategy I did not curate on my own. It's a strategy that's been out there. It's also on YouTube. Other traders trade it, but I won't trade it like them. Like I said, what works for him won't work for you. You need to know what works for you. And but how do you know that? By gathering the data, analyzing it, refining it, and optimizing it. So what I did now is also I adjusted my entries, I adjusted my RR. Like I said, I just broke down the RR thing. On A setups, I try to gain more. On B setups, I'm just gonna risk less because you need to maximize where you can. That's how you become rich. Unfortunately, guys. Unfortunate. You don't want, as much as we love trading, it's part of us, and you do it because it's gonna give you financial freedom. It's not gonna give you financial freedom if you're trading every day and you're making pretty much what you'll be doing if you're doing a 9 to 5. So yes, you'll make a living, but the main goal is financial freedom here, right? For me personally, I don't know, maybe for others, it's just means of survival. We have ways we view things, but then, like I said, I maximize on A setups. That's how I make most of my back. So these are things you need to look into, right? And then after all this, because after all this, the back testing, the refinement, the optimization, this is now where you come and develop a trading plan, right? Because after refining, remember, back testing is going to tell you a lot of things. Back testing is when you look at your data, it's going to tell you what's your win rate, right? And what's your A setup, what's your B setups. What's the best day to trade your setups? What's the best time to trade your setups? Because it will tell you, data will tell you. That's what I'm saying. When you journal everything. Although there's softwares now that help you for that. Like I use FX Replay. So FX Replay does everything for me. So I look at the time, tells me after 2 o'clock, you're always losing these trades. Or after 2 o'clock, you're losing 40% of your trades with this strategy. But before that, so now, when I'm refining, I know, okay, after 2 o'clock, I shouldn't trade. Even though a beautiful setup or as clean as it can be may show, but data showed me what? What did data tell me? Data told me after 2 o'clock, I shouldn't trade. But because you don't have the data that's telling you what's not and what's not, you're just trading the strategy as is, you're always going to do the same thing. And when you lose, you're just gonna spiral out of control. You're gonna come back to the same place. I'm always up, I'm always down, I'm always up. Even if, guys, even if you can have the perfect, I know they say risk management is the key. Even if you can use the perfect risk management plan whereby you're risking less to make more, if you don't refine your strategy and find those sweet spots inside your strategy, you'll never be profitable. You need to find those sweet spots in your trading system, right? You need to find those sweet spot, and when you find those sweet spot, exploit them. You need to exploit them. That's how you literally take off. That's how you literally take off. So you need to exploit them. So, like I said, then you refine and optimize your strategy, which is what you do by breaking it down. Backtesting will tell you the time you're supposed to trade, the days you're not supposed to trade, the months. So, like I said, there was a bad month which I was backtesting on the strategy was last year, March. And then I realized the same thing this month as well because we currently it's 2025, the 24th of March. The month of March is also the same. I saw the same pattern because this month, as much as I'm in the profitable side of the market, pretty much I lost most of my trades. I'm gonna, if possible, I'll share the my result at the end of this video. But I lost pretty much all of my trades this month. But I'm not down bad, but I'm not where I wanted to be for this month. So it took me back when I went back to my channel, even this month. So now to me, it's registering something about the month of March. What? I don't know. I'm still doing my deep dive. You learn every day in Forex, guys. You discover things. Sometimes you don't even know what they are. You're just seeing curtains, right? And there is an explanation to it. So that's what I'm doing now, trying to understand, okay, why in certain months, this and that, right? That's refining your strategy. And it doesn't mean once you do it once, you won't do it again. Markets evolve. It's something you're gonna keep on doing. You're gonna keep on doing. Once you see a pattern that's off, try fix it. That's how you refine your strategy. And then after everything is done, this is now where you create a trading plan, right? A trading plan now, it's you saying, I know everything now. There's no need for me. I know the strategy I'm gonna use, but there's no need for me to go back and forth, um, um, not knowing, just hoping every day. I know I have a proven strategy with a high win rate, and I have A setups, I have B setups. I know how to look for my A setups, I know how to look for my B setups mechanically. When I say mechanically, step by step, like a robot. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's gonna be a process you're gonna use every day. You're not gonna try to tweak it on a day because there's traders who be like, um, this is my strategy. I put this here. But hey, this other guy trades like this, and he says when there's 1, 2, 3, no, that's you breaking your rules. That's you need to follow your strategy. Whether you're trading with a buddy who's trading a different concept or trend lines, every strategy works in trading, guys. You just need to systemize it to your own liking and your own fitment, right? So and then now, after what you do, trading plan, go back to the back testing again with your edge, because remember, after refining and everything, you've kind of curated your edge right now. When you go back now to the thingy and then you back test again, that's when now the accurate data will come out. It'll tell you, are you profitable or you're not profitable? And then you'll see that once you've refined it, you're starting to get more profit. You know, you're trading less, that's for sure. You're trading less, but now your setups are of quality. Like are of quality. What does that also do? It eases your mind. Like psychology wise, you start seeing it's not psychology is not something. I know you guys think psychology must go to a book, read how to be a good trader, calm down when no, it doesn't work like that. I'm sorry to tell you right now, it doesn't work like that. How it works, it needs to be proven to the mind for the mind to calm down, right? For the mind to calm down, you need to prove to it. It's not dangerous. Go inside. Then the mind will go in the calmly. But if it doesn't know, it'll always spiral out of control. So after doing this, now you find you starting getting more calm on your trade. You back test again, and you find yourself profitable every month. What does that do to you? It builds confidence, which is what you need. And confidence builds what? Motivation for you to be consistent in this thing, right? And now once you now consistent in this thing, it becomes of ease to a point whereby come a Monday, you lose a trade, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you don't care. Why? Because you have proven data of about 200 to 500 trade setups telling you the same thing that you're going to be profitable. Yes, I saw it even when I was backtesting. There was days I would lose for 5 days. There was days I'd have months. It's just part of the game. I'm not gonna win every day. Even my strategy when I was backtesting told me it's not 100% win rate. It said 60% win rate. So when those days come, and here's the thing, I'm not saying avoid your emotions. I mean, losing is not nice. You're gonna see those trades go sideways. You're gonna be mad. It's something that happens to me. I'm like, flip. Here we go again. Flip. I know when it does this, it's bound to do 1, 2, 3. No. But you don't panic because you back test it and you know what needs to be done from your side, right? And then after verifying your system in real time without risk, now you apply what we call risk management. That's when now you're like, fixed risk percent, daily max, you plan your scaling plan, how I'm gonna move from 1,000 rand to a 10,000. You don't start by saying, me, I wanna make from 1,000 to a 10,000 rand. Your strategy is gonna tell you how to maneuver your RR and everything, right? I mean, your data, your back testing, it's all that you need, right? And then what you do now, it's execute with discipline. After all that proven data, you just execute with discipline. If your trading time every day is 8 a.m. New York time or 8:30 a.m. New York time, you look for a high and a low and a break and a high and low and then a retest gone. Stick to it every day. Every day. If there's no setup like that, you know your A setups, your B setups, stick to it. Look at it. Stick to it. Even if you're losing, even if you don't understand, stay out. Even if you're losing, just stick to it. Right? Then you'll see. You'll see every day, you'll see progress. You'll see progress. It might not start off smoothly, but you're gonna blend into it. That's how you build yourself to being profitable. Check and review your performance. Every week, look, okay, I took this trades. You don't stop reviewing your performance because that's how you build an edge or refine your edge every time, right? The markets evolve. You need to track and review. track and review the performance. And I want you to notice something, guys. Do you see the only time I talked about a trading strategy was the first time. After that, it was all data, backtesting, how to analyze data, how it was data, 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 right? So basically, in a system, because this is a trading system, a system is defined by data. And for a system to perform at its utmost best, it needs proper data to be analyzed and to be broken down to a point whereby the system or you yourself understand it to execute it, right? So that's what you're doing here. Strategy is 10%, guys. The rest, I know they say strategy is 10%, 80% is psychology. No, 80% is work. Okay, you can say 10% strategy, 10% psychology, and then 70% it's work, meaning backtesting, gathering data, and all those things. And like I'm giving you a step-by-step guide on how to do that right now, because I know a lot of you have a problem with analyzing and breaking it down. It's difficult. You just know how to study this. This is how you do it. And then after checking and review, look, you will see trading psychology is the least of the things. Number last, number last. Why? Because already without, I would even exclude this part here from this chart. Because already with the data proven and the backtesting you've done, you already have what? Confidence in the charts. Because you know I did this. It's like going to a soccer game. If you're a soccer player and you've been training your whole childhood as a kid how to play soccer, when you get in that field, you won't be stressed. I know what I'm doing. I live for soccer. I do this. Musicians, same. If you know I've been writing songs, as soon as you get in the booth, you even do two, three takes, you're done because it's in you. You were back testing, you were writing, you were scratching whilst you were writing. Same with this thing. When you enter in the field, it's like I'm confident because I know what I'm doing. And then consistency comes from the data. It doesn't come from your psychology. I know, trust me, I know people of the best EQ, like emotional intelligence, calm. They barely spiral out of control, but they still fail when it comes to trading. Because if you don't do the behind the scenes work, psychology will always come back to mess you up, right? And then continuous improvement, you adapt to the market, refine execution, and eventually this is where you're gonna get. You're gonna achieve profitability, guys. You're gonna achieve profitability. This is the after this is a section I teach in my mentorship also, like, and I break down, I help my student analyze um 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 their trades, their setups, whichever strategies. Because I've even had students who know how to trade come to me with their own strategies. I'm like, yo, bro, I looked at your strategy and I won't change anything with it, and I won't teach you anything unless if you want me to teach you. What I can help you do is improve the strategy you have and see how we can make. Because guys, I think I forgot this guy's name. I forgot this guy's name. He was one of the best traders, if not in the world. I'm gonna find the information and send it in the group. Um, if not one of the best traders in the world, with the lowest win rate strategy. I think it was 80%, if not 25. That's like down bad strategy, but he was profitable. He was profitable because he managed to turn that 20% into a working system. And when he executed with precision and killed it. That's why I'm saying strategy is the least of it. It's how you go about this. But nevertheless, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope to see you guys soon. I'll be dropping another video soon. Just be on the lookout. Thank you guys very much.